Hey guys, Seth and Drew from Misfit Athletics here to talk about some new updates coming to the website. We've listened to you guys over the past, what has it been? Since April we launched? March? April?
6 months?
Yeah, at least. About 6-7 months. We listened to you guys' feedback about how things have been going with the website, the different tiers, what features you guys would like to see in the different tiers, and how we can make it affordable so that everybody can get the most of their experience. I think that's basically in a nutshell what we've done here as we've come up with some changes. So anything you want to add to?
Yeah, I mean, we basically just, we launched in April, and it was important to us to get a product out to you guys where you had a little bit more access to us and our coaching and our philosophies. And now we're trying to update that experience. And as kind of the biggest thank you for you guys being in on the ground level, some of the prices are changing. But anybody that signed up before January 1st, 2017 will be grandfathered in at the old rate.
Yes.
So, that's just important for me to bring up because we were able to take what you guys said you wanted on the website, what you wanted moved from this tier to that tier, and try to update and get as close to what you guys are asking for as we can.
So if you didn't hear that clearly, you will get the new perks at the old rate if you sign up before the end of 2016. So that may be a little more incentive for you guys. Okay, so what are we changing?
So for anybody that's watching this video that's still on the basic tier, website's still free, program's still free for anybody that wants that. The plus tier is the first tier that's moving from $7.95 to $9.95 as of January 1st.
Correct.
We are moving the movement library, the entire movement library, not just one video per day, to the plus tier. We've had athletes that are looking for a video specifically on that day that we didn't post.
Right.
They don't want to go back and find it, and we just want more people to see those videos. They've been really helpful for us. On the remote coaching side, we're able to say, reference this video when we're really trying to show something. So we think that if you guys can explore through that, it's going to be a lot better. And then one thing that's great, that's actually across all tiers, there's going to be some different levels of discounts, but every person who is either a Plus, Pro, or Complete member will get a discount to a Misfit Athletics training camp.
Yeah, so if they're interested in coming on the Plus tier, they're going to get 5% off, which actually is about 2 months of their membership right up front that you would get back if you attended a camp. So that's pretty good. Okay, Pro Cycle. We've moved a few things around, and we've added some things as well. So in the Pro tier, we will have what we are calling a cycle-focused roundtable discussion. And basically what that's going to be is we're going to pick at least one piece, or maybe we'll ask you guys to pick a piece. Well, you wouldn't see it ahead of time, so scratch that. We'll pick the piece for you, and we'll talk about specifically what the purpose of the piece is in your training, what the things are you should focus on, how you should attack these pieces. So hopefully you can get a better idea of what your training should look like when you start to see things that are similar. And maybe down the road, actually, we can go back and question and answers and talk about other pieces if you had questions that are similar to what you see in that discussion. That will be in the Pro tier. We're also adding templates in the Pro tier to address specific weaknesses you may have. So a lot of things that we hear about are, hey, I want to jump in, I want to do the programming, but this is a significant hole in my game. And while we believe that a lot of those things can be patched up just by following the program and focusing on the things you need, we have put templates in that will specifically address issues in your game that you can add in or find a way to kind of work into the current program that you're following. So we think that's pretty cool. And do you want to talk about the Hatchet program?
Yes.
What is that?
We're actually really excited. A lot of people wanted to follow the Garage program, thought that the Complete tier, because they didn't necessarily want some of the other perks on the Complete tier, that it should have been in the Pro tier. We are both updating, improving, and moving the Garage programming from the Complete tier down to the Pro tier so that the price will be a lot more affordable. And basically what the Hatchet program is going to be is a version of the blog with less volume, weights are a little bit lighter, basically someone who's trying to excel in the open that either doesn't have the time to put in to be a professional athlete,
Yep.
or their skill level is still progressing.
And also equipment limitations too. We addressed
Absolutely,
that too.
yeah. So a lot of the times in the Hatchet program, the way that it's going to be very similar to the Garage program is that it'll say something like 10 muscle ups or chest to bar pull ups. It'll say bike or burpees, that kind of thing. Correct.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. So the Hatchet program, this is definitely one of the things that I'm most excited about, because people used to go to CrossFitMF.com and take the affiliate WODs that are now password protected, and they said, well, hey, we don't mind paying. Where do we pay? But they don't want to pay for the remote coaching. That's a whole separate thing. So now there is a version of the blog, less volume, less equipment needs, kind of a stripped down version, a little bit more than affiliate class, less than the blog.
Yeah, it's exactly how I think of it, as a beefed up affiliate class with maybe one extra piece in there to address weaknesses and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely doable for more of the people that maybe follow the blog and are constantly asking the scaling questions. It's great that they're asking, because it means they understand that they need to scale to be successful, but we don't always get to answer the specifics, and hopefully the Hatchet program just kind of gives them the answers before they even need to ask the question.
Correct.
So that's the goal of that.
And if you are currently on the plus tier or in basic, you can update, you can change, you can go in and change which tier you're on through your account and get into that pro again at the lower price before January 1st, because as of January 1st, all of these changes will be taking place and the prices will change.
The price in pro, we should say, we haven't mentioned yet.
Yes, the price in pro goes...
It's currently $24.95 a month, and it will become $29.95 a month.
Correct.
So for $5 more, we're adding a whole bunch of stuff in there, including multiple new programs, the Hatchet program and weakness templates, and among other things.
Yes, and the last thing that we want to talk about with the pro is a lot of people, again, wanted that team day of programming, for an affiliate team for the regionals and games level teams. Wasn't as interested in the cycle consults and the stuff that comes in the complete. So now we are listening to you guys. We're moving that down to pro. And really what that is, we have the philosophy that at least 4 days a week, you should be training your butt off as an individual, maybe with your team, maybe with your coaches, building that camaraderie. But that fifth day, as the seasons gets closer and closer and closer, we want you guys to go through some of those synchro movements, do some brainstorming together on pairs and all this different stuff. So a lot of it's just chemistry, skill building, and that's going to be built into the team stuff. So you can start a little bit early to get yourself ready for that. And again, team day will be moving from the complete tier down to the pro tier.
So it's a whole nother new program added to the pro tier. So three programs. Jackpot. So the complete tier now feels a little bit stripped down and empty. We've moved a bunch of stuff out of the tier and into the pro tier, but it's not. Because what we've done is we've taken the complete tier, which was priced at $89.95, and we've moved it down to $69.95. So we're chopping $20 off, and we're actually adding things in, and a lot of them are driven towards the Masters community. So the Masters have asked, they wanted to play along, they wanted their own program, and we gave it to them. However, we stuck it in a place that is the most expensive with other features that they may not need to use. So we did our best to drop the price on that to get more people able to do this. And we've added things master specific that we think will help with their situation. So, for example, one thing that we've discussed quite a bit, and especially with the announcement from Dave Castro of the 35-year-old division, is there are multiple kind of needs for this Masters division. There isn't just one need from a 35-year-old athlete to a 60-year-old athlete. There's a very large scale in there of what should be expected of you as a competitor. So there will now be some age division-based modifications in the Masters program. Based on where you're at, you'll be able to choose what's more appropriate for your training. There's also the Masters Facebook group, which exists now, but will probably grow, I'm hoping, with the addition of this new stuff.
Absolutely. And that's the Masters Facebook group is moderated by all of the Misfit Athletics coaching staff, specifically Gabe. Gabe is the one who writes the Masters programming. Gabe is the one who does one of the things that's being officially added is the Masters specific mid-cycle Q&A. So what Gabe does is Gabe hops on a call with all of the masters at the same time and just kind of talks through the cycle, gets some questions built into that. And the Facebook group is there and the programming is there and the division modification is there because it's important to us that we don't just take on this new thing with the Masters and say, here are words on a piece of paper, interpret them any way that you want and move forward. And I know for some people that's a little bit frustrating, but if we are going to coach Masters, we're going to coach Masters at the level that we feel comfortable with because it is different. And if, one thing that some people do is they contact us through the support channel of our website, and Gabe will get in touch with you and give you a little bit of a sample of kind of what the website's looking like for the Masters, and you'll see that there's stuff built in there that just is different needs. So again, we did drop the price $20 a month, which was important, but we're also still putting in as much effort as we can because there's less information on that topic out for what we do.
Definitely.
And then the last things are for everybody, not just Masters specific. And this would really be why someone outside of the Masters would sign up for the complete tier. Personally, what I think one of the best product ideas that we've come up with, that we've used, is the Cycle Consult. And what we do with the Cycle Consult is if you're a complete member, we take time to talk, me, Seth, Gabe, and Matt, talk to the athlete individually about the cycle, explain what the cycle's like, really kind of get into it and give them a really solid idea of what they should work on. And now we're adding something to that, and that's going to be test week video review. So you'll have your consultation roughly a week before test week, and then during test week you can pick that one movement that's really been bugging you, and you can go back to that coach that you had the cycle consult with and say, I'd love to work on this cycle. What do I need to do? And you can get kind of a detailed breakdown on what that video is. And then last but not least, we are going to make a t-shirt for the complete tier, just as a way of, kind of saying thank you, kind of a members only kind of thing. And this t-shirt we'll make as cool as we possibly can, as unique as we possibly can, and it will not be available for sale anywhere. And then one thing that we don't even have on the list that was already there that I think is important to mention with the complete tier is if you sign up for a year, you get a free camp.
You're remembering a lot. You remember all these things.
I've just had the bulletproof coffee.
Wow.
I'm on it. So 12 months, free camp.
Correct.
And
15% off
and
any training camp
15% off a
window.
camp anyway. So if you sign up and you want to come to a camp and then we adjust the curriculum a year later, you're going to get a free one anyways. So all pretty exciting. So again, January 1st, these changes go into effect. If you would like to sign up prior to that, you get signed up at the grandfathered rate. And then we will give detailed instructions on January 1st to make sure that anyone that is paying $89.95 for a complete can sign back up and get their $69.95. That'll be important.
You don't want to get grandfathered in at a more expensive rate.
No,
that's not a great deal.
Grandfathered in. I feel like the Masters are going to think we created the grandfather thing for them. So,
last thing I want to just mention too is people tend to forget this when we separate the tiers. Everybody in the highest tier gets everything in the lower tiers.
Yes.
And everyone in that middle tier will get everything below them as well. So even though we shuffled things around in that complete tier, you still get all the great things that we've just moved down to other tiers or changed around. You still get those things plus all the things we just talked about that we're adding to that tier, and we're dropping the price on it. So don't think that we're emptying things out. We're just moving things and then adding new things in for you. So you'll always get the next step downs features as well with any tier that you sign up for. So important to remember. And that's all I have. That's all I have for this whole topic.
Yeah, I just think that it's important that we took this time from April to now to figure out what changes you guys wanted. We're implementing them. If we're still looking for feedback, though.
Yes.
So if you go to the support section of our website, the contact us, put in a support claim, we'll take a look at it, and we always write these ideas down. We get back to you guys. So if there are things that we don't currently do that you want us to do, just ask, and they'll get thrown onto the list. And then really to end it, just, thanks for everybody that signed up so far. Hopefully you guys like the changes. Hopefully the, being grandfathered in is a nice little perk. And I think that's it.
Yeah. And you'll use your exclusive gear discounts you're going to get for the new year coming out very soon as well.
That's right.
Boom. Little added bonus. Until next time. Thanks, guys.